Finally, most popular aircraft F-16 arrived in Ukraine raises hopes. How Russia respond?
Наших сил оборони. Ми часто чули у відповідь слово «це неможливо». Тепер це дійсно реальність у нашому небі. F-16 в Україні.
It was already known back in 2023 that certain European NATO countries, Denmark, Netherlands, Norway, and Belgium, would start delivering F-16 fighters to Ukraine in the course of 2024. In late 2023, a training center was set up in Denmark to start conversion of Ukrainian pilots and ground personnel to the venerable Western fighter. How long this conversion would take before the first aircraft would be able to be sent was shrouded in debate. The training center in Denmark was set up to make Ukrainian pilots and ground personnel to the F-16 fighter jet. While the exact timeline for the conversion process was debated, it was expected to take several months before the first aircraft could be sent to Ukraine. This delay was primarily due to the complexity of the training program, which involves learning a new aircraft type, adapting to Western military procedures, and integrating with NATO air defense systems. Additionally, the availability of F-16s for training purposes and the logistical challenges of transferring the aircraft to Ukraine would also contribute to the overall timeline. The F-16 poses a significant change in Ukrainian fighter operations since the country has always relied on Russian aircraft like the Su-27, Su-25, Su-24, MiG-29. The way Western fighters operate both technologically as tactically differs vastly from those Russian aircraft. The arrival of the first aircraft was acknowledged by the President's press conference. In the past weeks, the first F-16s were already seen flying in Ukrainian airspace, but more details were not available at that time. The fact that there are 2 F-16s in the air and 2 more on the ground shows a noticeable advancement in the training program. Apparently, the training facility in Denmark has effectively shifted to providing training for actual flights. Both the F-16 at Block 15 and F-16 at Block 20 NOU are effective aircraft, and their readiness for flight training is a good indication. Moreover, utilizing ex-adf aircraft for training the ground crew is an effective method to ensure that Ukrainian personnel are well equipped to assist the F-16s when they become operational. This practical experience will be extremely valuable for the upkeep and operation of these intricate aircraft. It's encouraging to see such rapid progress in the training program. This suggests that the Ukrainian pilots and ground crew are adapting well to the F-16 and are on track to become proficient operators. The first combat missions with these newly arrived F-16s have already been conducted, primarily in an air defense capacity. Despite the small number of planes, this marks a step in enhancing Ukraine's defense capabilities to counter Russian aerial threats. The exact number of operational pilots is small, with only 6 qualified so far according to some sources. The promise of 100 F-16s from Western countries to Ukraine is a substantial commitment that will significantly enhance their air defense capabilities. It's uplifting to know that the initial shipments from Denmark, the Netherlands, and Norway have already started. This illustrates the backing of the global community for Ukraine and their dedication to supplying the essential resources to protect themselves from Russian aggression. If things keep going as they are, it is possible to have a sum of 40 F-16s by the end of 2024. This would signify a significant growth in Ukraine's air capabilities and give them a crucial defense against Russian aggressions. It has to be seen how fast conversion of Ukrainian pilots and ground personnel can be scaled to provide enough military with knowledge of this system to effectively operate it in a war scenario. This could be the strongest hurdle for Ukraine to incorporate the F-16 in its force structure. On the whole, the situation surrounding the arrival of F-16 fighter jets in Ukraine is intricate, presenting both possibilities and dangers. It is unclear how Russia will react and if the deployment of these sophisticated aircraft will help resolve the conflict.